Afternoon, everybody. Friday, 2 o'clock, as usual. And here we are with another tile, number 444. So, what have I done today? I've got a classic cream tile. Here we go, classic cream. And I've used a little bit of ink. I've used the colour clouds, the Lemon Sherbert. And then, to be fair, whatever was on one of my brushes to use the, well, actually, it was on the stencil, which is the Day of the Dead background stencil. So it's got that little hint of green on it, but I kind of like it, so that's fine. Never worry too much about that. And it's one of the stencils that perhaps I should clean when I've finished, but I'll get round to it. So, pen pencil tortillon today. I do have a few coloured pencils lying around, and I've got a little bit of good news at the end of the video, just in case you missed out on those pencils. Okay, so where are we going to start then? I'm going to go in with pencil to begin with. Let's see where we sort of go from there. You know, when you sort of think that you've got everything in one place and then you haven't, and then you run a craft business and you haven't got what you need, it's a bit crazy, isn't it? But yeah, it's fine. Are we ready then? Let's move my board around. Okay, so I want to put a curve in. Now, I'm going to sort of do it this way because I like working that way, but you can do it this way if you like. It's absolutely fine. So I'm going to come in with, let's have a go. Actually, I'm going to do it so I've got that little bit of white hanging on up there. And I'm going to put a curve. See, pencil, sketch it in. It's more like a round sort of curve shape. Here we go. So sort of almost a part circle, but then it's going to sort of wander off that edge. See, I've left a little bit of space there as well because there's other bits and pieces when I come round to it. So, okay, got some kind of shape going on there. All right. It's like a big letter C, look. Okay. Oh, Heather, that's great news. I know Sarah and Alice really get going when they're packing. There's not much they can't get through, so that's good. So, okay, at the top here, let's put in a little loop just to get me going. See, I've moved to pen. And then what I want to do is I'm going to sort of follow my line. You know, when I say sort of, don't worry if it's a little bit off. You know, it's one of those things. Curving it round. See, little bits at a time, moving it as I go. All right. Oh, Wendy, it's exciting. Due any minute. Okay. There you are, that one there. Oh, Rose, I'm so glad you like them. I'm really pleased. See, I've put another little loop there. Okay, let's go in. All right. So far, so good. So I don't know. Oh, I've got my look. I've been saved. Got a bit of rubber. So let's get rid of those lines that we don't want. I'll make sure, of course, that your ink's dry before you get going with that. But then I'm going to remove that. Bit of an odd shape, but that's fine. I wanted it odd, so it's all good. So, sticking with pen, on the inside, I'm going to create myself a curve coming off this way. Don't make it too small, see? Okay, happy with that? And then I'm going to do another row next to it, but I'm going to make it this way. It's just easier for me to draw that way, so never be afraid to move your paper. See, that's much better. So I've got that. Okay. Oh, Sue, thank you. We loved having you. It was a great weekend, wasn't it? Didn't we have a good time? It's, of course, tomorrow, it's Craftopia. Woo! So we're all sort of geared up and set off for that. I'm going to start at this side. I'm not too worried about whether it's going to be in the middle or not because I'm going to go all the way across. Yeah, so Craftopia this weekend and Stoke-on-Trent next weekend. So it's going to be a little bit busy. But it's all good. We'll still get tiles in. All right, like that shape. So I'm going to put like a little leaf shape, you know, like in the middle there. Just fill it in with a bit of ink, like that. There. Wander around with those. Well, you don't have to fill them in, but it's nice to have that little bit of sort of depth going on with that. And that's what that black ink brings with it. Okay, let's look out a little bit, see what we've got going on there. Okay, I'm going to do another row over the top of this, so it sort of gets a little bit bigger there. Not too far away, keep it close. Oh, Vicky, that should be great. I hope it goes well. I'm sure it will. There you are. Okay. So, next, oh, Louise, I've not seen your name in ages. I hope you're well. Okay. So I'm going to start in the, when I say the middle of sort of this, I'm giving myself a bit of a guess. And I'm going to go sort of quite large on this way. And one this way. So you see it's almost touching this point here. There you go. So I'm going to do another. Now I'm not going to get the whole thing in there because it sort of stops at that curve. And then the same on this one. So let's see how far I can get with this. And along. Okay. You see where these little loops have joined that curve? I'm going to put some little dots in there. Just like so, just to give it a little bit of a neat. Okay. Oh, Charlotte, not to worry, they're not going anywhere. And these tiles are going to stay, and they go on YouTube as well. So, see, put a little curve in. And I'm going to do the same with those. So that one will go that way, and I'm going to go that way with that one. And then from there, let's go back a bit more. I'm going to come along and put in some little lines. You see, following the shape as I go around. So, it doesn't matter where I start, as long as I'm following the shape. And along we go. See, like so. So we've got that. So let's come to these shapes here. So I think the first thing, they're quite large, so I'm going to put another little shape on the inside there, following the lines that are already there. And this one. So in we go. And this one. So I've got that kind of thing. Okay, and if we start with the middle one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort of come in with some loops here. So I'm going to start at the top. So I'm going to sort of create my shape like this. Yeah, let's do that on all of them. So we sort of get the feel for that. And then one on this side as well. Okay. And then I'm going to come on this side, so opposite side now. Again, let's do that middle one. And I'm going to put another loop in that way, like that. The same on this one. And then same on this one. You see how that's working? Let's just go out a little bit. So same again now this side. So if I do all three, I mean, you might find that you've got 4, but that's fine. And then this way. Now you can do each petal at a time if you want to, but I think doing it this way, you get that sort of muscle memory going in, because you're doing similar shape as you work your way around, like that. And then any little gaps, I'm going to find a bubble, and then any gaps we can't fill with bubbles, let's go in with a bit of ink. So we're finding all those little cracks and sections that we couldn't fill in. Hi, Leslie. All right. Let's see how that works its way around. And along into this next one. And then along this side. You are filling in little bits of ink as I need to, working my way down those shapes. And along into those shapes there. And then this one. So it's not a long job, but you know, take your time with this. Don't think that you've got to keep up with me or really sort of speed through these. Just enjoy drawing them, and then of course you can always go in and fill the ink in afterwards. Or you can use a different colour, whatever you want to do. There you go, so far so good. Okay. Oh, I know, Vicky, I have no idea why. I think it could be internet connection. And I'm sorry if it is a little bit blurry, but I keep trying to move the camera to sort of help a little bit. But it doesn't seem to want to. I don't know, sometimes the internet can be a little bit tricky, can't it? We love it, but on occasion it decides it doesn't want to love us. Let's put a line in with some dots. Okay. And then this side. Maybe when I do the next tile, I'll go and use the other side of the building and see if that's any better. Of course, I've started now, so I'll finish. There you are, little dots. Oh, let's have a go then. Oh, hi! I've tapped the screen. Did that help? Oh, that looks a little bit better. What was going on there? It's a good job Chris is watching, isn't it? There you are. Okay, so I've got those little dots. See? So whilst I've done that, I'm going to come in with all my other loops and sort of do like a batch run. So, same there and there. I can't even remember switching autofocus on or off anyway, to be fair. So. Let's do it this side as well. Little dots. If you can't fit all the dots in, that's fine, just put the line. If you can't fit 2 dots, put 1. If you can fit 3 or 4, put that. That's fine too. See, look how that different that is now. There you go. Right. Hey for Chris. You can come again. Okay, same in there, look. So we've got this nice sort of kind of shape going on. All right. So we've got to do something with this, haven't we? So there's lots of patterns you could do. I think I'm going to come in with a grid, but I'm not going to go straight. I'm going to do a slight curve. So not too far away, look, not too. There you are. And working my way along. See? And then this way. Let's go. So I always like to go back. So I've got these are sort of horizontal now. So when I put that first curve in, I know I'm sort of on the right way to go. Look at that. It's quite Indian-y, isn't it? Okay. Oop, you can see it now. Okay. So I'm going to take, doesn't matter which one, I think. Let's go. Actually, I'm going to do the same in all. I'm going to put 2 little lines in like that. Again, loads of different patterns you can do here. So let's keep it sort of consistent. So I'm going to follow the line. So if that line curves, so does mine. Like so. See, I'm not going to see all of that one because it's kind of wandering off into the distance. So let's get all of those in. You see, wandering around. And let's do that one. Something you've really got to sort of focus on, this is, which is quite good for you, because you need to make sure that you're leaving enough space for one. So you might find doing the middle one, or the smallest, easiest, but I think that's probably the way I go. I'm happier with. I'm going to fill in those little bits there. Okay, so we can imagine doing this on a dark tile with those new pencils. They would look fab, wouldn't they? No, yeah. We did like them. I have got some more coming, so just depends on how long it's going to take to get here. Okay. Okay. Alright, so Leslie's going to be matching her pencil later because she's going to have her hair done. Alright. Okay, so we've got that kind of shape going on. Now, I did say I'd left some space here because what I want to do is let's sort of start middle-ish, and I'm going to come in with a line like this. And then I'm going to come sort of round as a curve. See? So let's do another. Along like this, and then it's sort of like a little kink, and back in. And round like this, kink, and back in. See? So let's, I'm going to get another one in here. So I'm going to go round, kink, and back in. All right. So I'm going to come in with shapes inside here. See, let's zoom in now because I can. And I'm going to follow the shape like so. And let's do a smaller one if you can get it in. Okay, so around, we're following the shape, and then another if you can get it in. And again, round, one in, and another round. Okay, I'm going to put a little dot on the top of those. So we're sort of keeping in with that little bit of a theme there. Oh, that was a big squiggle. There we go. Joanne, at the minute, I don't have a lot of stock in with paper to make pads, which is why we made little ones in the week for Hobby Maker. I do need to put some more, an order in for it, so it's going to be a little while. But we'll get there. Okay, I'm going to put lines all in here now. But you notice I'm putting a little bit of a curve in. You see how it sort of follows it round, like so. And along in, sort of like that. And same again. Sort of, I'm going to do this on all of them. You see how it's sort of curving around a little bit as it works its way around. Same on this side. All right. And see, I was going from that point to that point to start with. And then round we go. Oh, hello, Janet, hello. We'll be seeing you next week then in Stoke-on-Trent. Should be good. I've got plans. I always have plans. All right. See, round we go. And hello from New York. John's going to be quite close to there. He's flying out to New Jersey on Tuesday to have a look at our products that went over there. Hopefully they'll be there. Oh, yeah, he'll be in the area. Okay, I'm going to fill in those gaps. You can use a thicker pen if you want, but mine are quite small, so I'll get away with it. Again, continuing sort of what we've done on the inside there. A little bit of drama, a little bit of depth. Okay, let's have a look at this. Oh. There we go. All right, so we've got some going around there. What I'd like to do now is sort of have a look at this space. So if I sort of turn it around a bit, I want to sort of bring in some those. Rose, no, I've got to stay with Dobby. He's stopping with me. He's insisting. I don't know if you know that we had a little Mackenzie arrive on Saturday from Thailand. So he's been staying up all night looking after her. He's quite smitten. So he doesn't want to leave her yet. So, yeah, he's not going with John. Okay, I'm going to put some little loops in there. Do you think customs would let him into America? To be like, who's that crazy thing? So I'll do one on that as well. Okay. So I'm going to put one down here as well. Just a little one. And the lines around. And I'm going to just bring some little dots, sort of give it a bit of a curl there. You see? So let's have a couple of dots coming off those two. Just sort of giving you that little bit of a hint. Vicky, no, go straight in with them. Straight in with them. Yeah, you don't have to do a white base first. You can if you want to. They'll work in many ways, but give it a go. Helen actually has got a really nice post. She's done some lovely spheres and tried them first and done like a little bit of a colour swatch. It looked brilliant. And I saw that on Facebook this morning, so it might be worth going back and having a quick look at that. Seeing what she's done. See, 3 little lines. And I want to do some little dots coming out of it. See, dots coming out of it. So each one of sort of those loops has got that coming on in between. And again, little dots. See, each one gets a little bit smaller. Okay. A little bits of shapes in there. And another one there, like 3 in. Dots. Okay. I think I'm going to put one in there as well. There's space. Just 2 maybe. Okay. So let's have a look at the sort of in-between bits here. I think a nice one, because you've got this shape going on. Let's bring that shape in, but a little bit smaller. Yeah. Let's do another. Now these are very addictive. They're really nice to draw. And they'll fill up your space, no problem. So maybe just sort of 2 in there. We can put little dots after them as well. It gives that lovely feeling of movement. So a couple in here along and then back. You can do it in one sort of swoop, or you can do it in 2 if you want. Look at those, they're lovely, aren't they? Let's get a couple in here as well. I might even, yeah, I'm going to do 3 there. Okay. So just sort of across the top here, I'm going to put a couple in there as well, just to finish that off. And let's get some shading. So, pencil. 2B as usual, although you go for it if you want to use the colour pencils, whatever works for you. I'm going to come in first of all and put some across each one of those original lines to form that grid there. And the same that way, like so. Okay, and then each of these I'm going to come around and do that sort of edge. Let's go in a little bit more. So don't want to put too much because you haven't got a massive amount of space. So you want to be going around that inside edge there. On all of them. Your little loops, you get a little bit in, but don't try and sort of fill the whole thing. You just want a little bit of a gesture almost. Same down these ones. Okay. And I'm going to come in, add a little bit on this side, a little bit on that that side, and then straight across there. Okay, so taking my little sort of petally shapes, I'm going to sort of treat the whole thing as one shape like this. Same there, look. Again, you can go in and you can colour in separately, do whatever you want to do if you want on those. Okay, let's fill those in. And then I'm going to come in just at the bottom of those loops. So let's get the tortillon out and do a little bit of work on those. So back to this bit here. I don't want it to travel too far, so just back and forth, just to soften it off a little bit. Okay, just want a little bit of a change there, just a bit of a consistent line moving from dark to light. Then this one, let's get this in, move it along a little bit. Same from this side. Swirls as you move along. You see? I think actually I'm going to come in as well. I'm going to put another row in there. See, over the top of that sort of scallop shape there. And let's give that a bit of a swirl. Okay. And then here, soften these up. It's nice having that little bit of inking underneath. And although you can't really see all the flowers anymore, you can see a little bit there. Look, it sort of continues with that theme and gives that background a little bit of interest. Of course, you know, if you don't want to use colour, having that little bit of ink in the background just gives it that little hint of something. So I'm just going to go over the top of these and soften them a little bit. And little bits in and along there. Okay. All right. And along there. Just sort of ease round. Okay, and then let's have a little look at what we've got so far. All right. So still not quite there yet. What I'd like to do, still with pencil, is I'm going to come in and I'm going to go on the inside of this curve. And I'm going to add some to that edge. Okay, don't be shy with it. Quite happy for you to get quite a bit of pencil in there, you see? Like so. And then let's work around with our tortillon. That's it. So look at that colour coming through, all that darkness. There you are. Side there. So I'm going to bring in, now you've got a choice now. You can bring in your regular black pencil if you want to. Or you can bring in your darks, your Dobby grey. But, that would be unfair if not all of you've got them. So I'm going to come in with my black pencil and really go for it in that edge. Because we've already blended that colour in, or that pencil in, we don't need to worry too much about trying to soften that off. See, that's what we want, is this going into the background. Okay. So far, so good. All right. So I'm just going to zoom in again. And all I want to do is just come back in with, let's just do a little bit more, the black pencil on these two. And just a little bit on those edges. Okay. And look. What you'll find with the new pencils, or they've got a little bit more chalk content in. So they're slightly more matte than the original. They're not completely wax, which is what makes them easy to go onto a darker card, but you can use them with your regular pencils because the colours will fit in between the ones you've already got. So hopefully that helps a little bit, and it'll expand. You know, you've been used to using your regular pencils for a while, so it'll expand your sort of colour palette a little bit there. Okay. Yeah, so that's that bit. And I'm going to bring a little bit black around here too. Remember when we did that little bit of shading that I added? Okay. There we go. Let's have a little look. Because these are triangular, let's see, hang on a minute, you see? Let's go out a bit. Can't quite see. They're triangular. When you're actually sharpening this, what I would do is, if you've got a sharpener with a large and a small hole, use the larger hole and turn it gently, and that'll start to sort of round that bit off. And once you've done that, it's fine to sharpen after that. Just take your time with the first one. It's like any, I mean, some sharpeners you can actually put triangular pencils in, but I'm thinking if you've already got one that we use anyway, that would work well. So yeah, take your time with it, be fine. You'll be absolutely fine with it. Okay, so there we go, number 444 done. Unless you want to put some colour in, a little bit of glitter on there, whatever works. You could change this flower up. You could actually do one with just the whole flower if you want. So lots of options. So, okay, everybody, have a lovely bank holiday weekend. Enjoy whatever it is you're doing. If you're at Craftopia, I'll see you there. If not, carry on tangling, and we'll try and post pictures if we can. But you post pictures as normal. Let me know how you're getting on with your pencils and everything else. And take care, and I will see you very soon. Okay, everybody, have a good one, and I'll see you soon. Bye.